Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome. So today we are doing a tarot reading just for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even other Pisces placements. If you felt drawn to this, trust that there's a message for you here. My name is Ariane, and you're on my channel, Neptunian Serenity. So welcome. So recently I've been doing readings. I used to do like a lot of pick-up piles, and recently I've been doing more like spontaneous readings is what I call them, which is just like recording whenever I feel called to do so without necessarily having a specific subject or question to ask the cards. And this is what we're doing today, but I did feel drawn to make a video specifically for and about Pisces. So there's that, but otherwise we're starting with a blank slate here. So whichever Pisces find this, there's a message for you that needs to come through, and it will come through, and we'll see what it is. All right, so I wanted to start with this card because it wanted to come through. I wasn't going to pick this deck out, but then it called to me at the last minute. When I opened it, this one specifically jumped out. So I was like, okay, it wasn't the deck itself that wanted to be used. It was this card that wanted to come through. So this is like a love oracle, so let's look. It says, freedom. Nothing can stop you. The path is easy and free-flowing if you want it to be. Okay, very interesting. So we have a theme of freedom here. Nothing can stop you, and then the path can be easy, free, and free-flowing if you want it to be. Okay, so we'll continue from here, and then okay, spirit. Okay, yeah, the Fool. This is about new beginnings for you. This is like there's something you want to chase after, something you want to do, and yeah, Spirit wants to send you a message about this and support you through it. So let's see. So what is this about, Spirit? What message do Pisces need? What message does Pisces need regarding this? Okay. What else? All the decks I'm using today will be listed down below as usual. No. Yeah, okay. Can we? Okay, thanks. I knew this was going to come out. I saw it when I began shuffling. I was literally about to say just one last one. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna keep it at this for now. You have the Fool, obviously, which jumped out at the very beginning, right? I almost thought it was the Star at first for some reason. Then we have the Hermit. So two major arcanas right away. We have the Four of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, there you go, and finally the Knight of Swords in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups. This could be some type of like childhood dream is what I'm getting here. Like this thing you want to pursue, this new thing you're engaging in. This could be some type of childhood dream, because especially with the Page of Cups and then Six of Cups and the Fool, there's something about this that is like reminiscent of your childhood or reminiscent of your past, or oh god damn it, I hate when it doesn't focus back. Can we just... Okay, sorry. Yeah, maybe there's a need to recalibrate certain things. But yeah, there's something about this that is, yeah, that's what I was saying. That was reminiscent, oh my god. Reminiscent of your childhood, or it's about connecting to your inner child. So this is either like there's something about childhood, about inner child, about, oh, maybe you have children of your own as well that are affected by this, but I feel like this is mostly about you. So either this is like a childhood passion, or this is right now you're like, what the hell is she talking about? And if that's you, and this is not directly connected to something about your childhood or a childhood passion for you, when you start going on that path, it is going to reawaken some kind of childhood wounds, or something's going to happen where you're going to be in a situation at one point where it's going to remind you of some childhood stuff, and you're going to get triggered, or you're just going to get like some kind of a like deja vu moment of something that you thought you had forgotten from like your past a long time ago as a child. And then you'll be like, oh crap, what am I doing here? And yeah, because essentially your inner child feels trapped, and that's why it wants to be free. Yeah, there's something about impulsivity here as well. I just heard free from impulsivity. Free from impulsivity. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Some of you have a tendency or a habit of being impulsive, and you have seen or recently have understood that this is actually kind of destructive for you, or that you're doing it out of like as like a coping mechanism that hasn't been good for you, and you feel like it has like stopped or slowed down your potential success compared to like your peers who have sticked to the same things from the beginning, whether that be like a study field, or like a career, a certain job, like, or even like a relationship. Maybe you're like a bit older as an adult, and then you feel like you see like the people your age or people you went to school with, and they're with the like same person from like high school days or from like their early 20s, and they've gotten married and they have kids, and now they have like a really long lasting relationship, and you're like, why don't I have that? And obviously, you know, longer relationships don't mean that they're better, but some of you, like, that's what you want. So you've noticed that you are quite impulsive sometimes, and that is something that you want to correct because you feel like it hasn't really helped you. And I feel like I'm also getting that you're seeing a therapist about this, you're working on this in therapy, which is a great thing. And now you have this plan. Well, you want to make a plan, you have a plan, which is already like new and good news, because I feel like usually you're too impulsive to even think on a plan before doing something. So that's great, good job on that. Okay, first of all, yes, that is a good idea if you haven't planned it out yet. So you want to plan something more like long term. Yeah, and you're thinking about it, yeah. You're thinking about it like in the scope of everything is what I'm hearing. So like, you're not just thinking about it in an isolated way in your life. You're thinking like, okay, how would this impact this sphere of my life, this sphere of my life, these people in my life? How would it impact my life like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? And you're really taking the time to make like a like thought out decision. Although I do feel like you're almost a bit paranoid, and you're almost like trying to force yourself to like slow yourself down even like too much, or because you're like, don't make any rash decisions. You keep telling yourself that. So you're almost like overcompensating, but like that's okay. Like it's gonna take a little bit of time for you to really learn to trust your own decisions, essentially. Yeah, okay. And what I'm seeing is, yeah, because you had to take some time on your own with the Hermit to kind of think about like, what do I want to do? Which is also why, like, one of the reasons why like I thought like this might be some kind of childhood passion, because like with the Hermit and the Fool, like this could be a new beginning where it's like maybe up until now, or up until recently, the things that you chased after, the things that you chose to pursue or like things that other people told you, oh, you would be great at that, oh, why aren't you doing that, or that is like a really good and strategic move to make, you should make it. And then you just kind of let yourself be influenced by a lot of that. And now you kind of had to be like, oh, I think one of the reasons why I'm so impulsive and never staying too long in one place is because I don't actually really like what I'm doing or where I'm at. And hopefully if I invest and make a long-term plan about this thing that I genuinely feel passionate about, and I make that jump with the Fool, then hopefully it's going to work out. And I'll stay there for a long time and be able to build a stronger, more solid foundation. Yeah. Because it was like, yeah, maybe until recently, if someone asked you, you had like, the way this whole thing started for you is that you had like the understanding that you didn't like where you were at. But if someone had asked you, or what do you want to do, like what are your passions, all those things, you would have said like, oh, I don't know. But that wasn't true. You did know. It's just that you like forgot, or you kind of repressed it, right, a long time ago, so that you thought you didn't know. But then after doing some soul searching, you figured it out, or you're like, oh, like I love doing that thing when I was a child. Why don't I do it anymore? Or why don't I try to kind of like pursue that and see like where. All right, hello my loves. Sorry for that cut. Actually I was recording and then I had like a bug and it just stopped recording out of nowhere. I think it was because I didn't have enough like storage left. That was on me for not checking that before I started recording. And usually when that happens, because it happens every now and then, like I'll just like scrape off the reading and delete the video and start over, and it's often like a different message that comes through when I do that. But I actually felt called to just leave the cards on the table and to keep that first part of your reading, because like that was necessary for you and relevant. So this is like the next day, we'll just try to pick up where we left. And yeah, so I'll stitch the videos together and edit it before I post it, so you have the whole thing. But just so you know, because I usually don't do that. It's usually just like one take. Okay, so let me just like connect back to your cards a bit so I can kind of remember what I was talking about. Yes, a new beginning, potentially connected to childhood. Yes. And it's something that's gonna take a while. Yeah, okay, it was about impulsivity and then planning something in advance and then like going for it, having like a goal, having a dream. Yeah, taking the steps. And there was a message here as well. I don't know if I got to that, but with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups here, like this will make you very happy. Okay, in that sense, that will work out. And especially like this beautiful card here, it will make you very happy. It will be a healing experience for you. It will make you just feel so much stronger and so much more confident in yourself. Like if you've been like throughout your life, I mean, if you've been struggling with like self-love and self-acceptance and things like that, like, you know, self-love, like so many people talk about it, which is a great thing, but like I feel like when you struggle to connect to self-love, it can be kind of like confusing or disorienting to have everyone be like, love yourself, because you're like, okay, yeah, I get that logically, but how? And it seems kind of confusing, right? And the way to actually learn to love yourself is that first of all, you have to start with accepting yourself, okay? It starts with self-acceptance, and it's also a great way to start when like loving yourself feels like too big or too impossible. So starting by accepting yourself, and then after that, it's also about developing self-trust, because the more you realize that you trust yourself, the more your body, your subconscious mind, and your heart realize that you can trust yourself, for example, by keeping promises that you make to yourselves, by like figuring things out when you're going through a rough spot, by knowing how to regulate your own nervous system when something triggering happens, and being able to calm yourself down and tell yourself that you're safe. It's all those things little by little that end up building your self-trust. And then when you have that self-acceptance and that self-trust, automatically like you just have a much stronger self-love. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to you after you go through with this, is that like right now it may feel very intimidating. It may feel like a very brave and bold move to just go for the thing that you love. It may seem risky, but this is like, yeah, this is like a quantum leap, quantum jump. It's like a big step when, like, where you're at right now, but you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna be so freaking thankful that you did this for yourself. And it's just like, yeah, it's going to free yourself. Like, that's what this is all about, right? Freedom. That's what we talked about at the very beginning. Yeah. Because you've been stagnant for way too long. That's what this card represents. Okay, you've been stagnant for too long. Yeah. I want to say also, this may be unrelated, but like I recently have been like exploring like my like psychic gifts deeper, and I've been like connecting to like deceased people like a mediumship kind of way. And sometimes I'll just like channel a person in the middle of the day that I don't know, and like I'm wondering, do any of you have, and this, if yes, this is gonna be like one person, okay? Does anyone here have like a father or a father figure who has died and who was a firefighter? If yes, just please comment or even email me. Like, my email address is going to be like in the description of the video, because I think I channeled this person. If you think this is you, and if you're like, you want to hear that person's message, but it might be completely unrelated, but I just wanted to check because I felt like that was a message for somebody, but I don't know who. But I'm not going to share because I only want to share if I found the person. Okay? So, all right, beautiful cards. Where do we go from here? Okay, I'm going to shuffle this, and we're going to get a few cards here. Spirit, what do Pisces need to know about this? Yes, because we're doing a reading for Pisces. What do Pisces... What else? Is there anything else? I just heard no. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, I just split the deck open and I saw trust the timing. So here we have... Try not to mess up the spread. We have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And here we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So you may be going through this right now. You may be going through like a really rough patch. It's possible that you kind of had like a rock bottom crisis in your life that led you to finally confront yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, look, like, I don't even know who I am anymore, and I hate my life the way it is right now. So, like, it's kind of like, get uncomfortable and change or stay here, okay? And if this does not resonate for you right now, what I'm hearing is that this may be what you are, like, avoiding by finally making this quantum leap. Okay, some of you like need this. Some of you need this motivation of being like, hey, if you don't do this, your life is gonna get even shittier. To like have the courage to like take that step, and that is totally valid. Okay, some of you need to hear that. Yes. Okay, what else? Oh, at the bottom of the deck we have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So you may have a partner who is like supporting you through this, okay? If you've been, or maybe you will have one soon, if you've been kind of exploring all of this like only like internally, and you've been like considering all these changes and all those things and not telling your partner or someone really close to you because you're scared that they're not going to support you, what I'm seeing in this card right here is that that is not true. They will really support you. They will be there for you. and you can open up to them about this, okay? Yeah. Some of you are developing your spirituality as well. Some of you are becoming, oh, what's the word I was gonna say? Oh, I had one specific word I wanted to say. What is it? Don't remember. But it was like you're becoming, no, not inflexible, but you're not negotiating anymore with like people who may kind of try to invalidate or laugh at you for your spiritual beliefs, or tell you like, oh, that is so fake, you're so silly, or obviously like that's not real. Maybe for a time you were just kind of like, okay, like that's kind of annoying, but I respect your opinion. And now you're like, I still respect your opinion, but you're annoying as hell, so like I don't even want you in my life. If you're going to say that to me about my own beliefs and my own practice, like at least respect me, okay? That's what I'm hearing as well. But I feel like I need to pull out another deck, which is kind of annoying. I mean, not annoying, but I usually like feel called to each deck that I use and I pull it out in advance, and now like, okay, wait. It just really feels like the reading was meant to be in 2 parts. So let me just get another deck. Okay. Come on. What do Pisces need to know about this? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, there's something about partnership here. There's something about partnership. Like, if you're single right now, that may not be the case for too long anymore. It's exciting. I mean, I don't know. You might have all different kinds of feelings about that. We're all different. But it is good news, okay? The type of partnership I'm seeing coming towards you is something positive and nourishing for you. Yeah, hearing some of you have had a lot of like one-sided partnerships and relationships in the past. And maybe for a while you were just like, screw this, I'm just gonna be single. And that worked for you for a while, but now it's like, it's a natural like consequence of you doing this. And I just saw 11:22 on my recording time, so this might be like a angel number for you, but this is like, this partnership is just going to be like a natural consequence for you, because through this process of inner growth and connecting to yourself and your true passions, like you're becoming more authentic, which means that it's just going to be a lot easier for other people who are authentic and looking for an authentic person to like find you and connect with you. Okay, yeah, look at that. I mean, gorgeous. Oh, 6 of Cups again. 6 of Cups again. We've got it twice. This could be like a childhood bestie or childhood love, someone that you've known for a while, someone that you met or will meet through a family member, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the Devil in reverse, which again, the Devil upright, if you know tarot, speaks of like addictions and things like that. But the Devil in reverse is about freeing yourself from those things. So if you've had like more negative experiences in romantic relationships in the past, when like there was some kind of like attachment issues, or like an addictive toxic dynamic between the two of you, even something like empath and narcissist, or just like it was always a pattern that you were recreating, that your nervous system and the other people's nervous systems were addicted to, and it was just not healthy for either of you. Like, you are freeing yourself from that now fully. Okay, like this is like, and I feel like you've worked on this in the past already, and I'm telling you, like, confirming, like, this is going away slowly but surely, and like you're not gonna have to worry about these past toxicity and patterns in this new partnership. Okay, what I'm seeing as well is that you might meet this person in some kind of like networking event, work event, some kind of what's it called, like conference, what is it called when there's like an event of like multiple days around like a specific subject? Not a festival. Anyway, I think you know what I'm talking about. It could be something like that connected to what you're into, because then what I'm seeing is that you're somehow changing field or changing like working field or study field or something like that, right? You're going into something new, and this person could be in that same field but like more experienced. Okay, King of Pentacles here. They probably do have quite a bunch of money, so that's not going to be a problem. Like if that's like part of your criteria, or if like you are struggling with money, like being with them is going to be like a relief in terms of that. But obviously that's not why you're gonna like them, but you know, it's always like a plus, it's always a fun thing. They're very business oriented, but at the same time they can still connect emotionally, because, and you may even be like kind of like averse to like businessmen, businesswomen type of people. You might be kind of like, oh, like entrepreneurship, because your experience of it or your perception of it is the people who are very just hustle culture mode and capitalistic, and who feel kind of soulless sometimes, or who are like selling just plastic products that don't add anything to people's lives. And you're just kind of like, okay, like that's not important, that's not cool. And this person is going to just like challenge your perception on that, because like they may have their own business, okay? If not, they're going to be probably like a boss or a higher up or something like this, which is, oh yeah, they might give the conference or something. Like they're recognized in their field, which is probably gonna become yours as well. And like they are respected, and they have a lot of charisma and everything. So they're gonna challenge your view on that, because like, yes, they work hard and their work and or their business is important to them, but you see that they have a genuine and sincere purpose that comes from the heart. They may even be spiritually oriented as well, and you're gonna be like, oh, like you're gonna realize I used to have disdain for people like you, or I may have judged you at first because you look like all the other ones, but when I got to know you, I realized like you're the real deal, and you're doing what you're doing because you truly believe that it helps people and it helps the world become better, and you're not doing it for just personal gain or out of greed. You're just truly like a good person. This may even just challenge how you view rich people in general, or people with money, right? You might have these kinds of complicated feelings around money as well that might be challenged. And I think that if it does happen that you're like actually triggered by them at first, or when they say something in a conversation, I think they're gonna be patient with you because they know where you're coming from. And I think if you ever have like some kind of like, I don't know, in the beginning of you getting to know each other, you like pop off at one point and you're like, no, that's the wrong thing to do, or I'm so against that, or you know, whatever it is, right? Something that matters to you. Like, I don't think they're gonna take it personally, which is a good thing. They're not like, yeah, they're not super invested with their ego in the work that they do, which is also gonna surprise you, because you might think like your nervous system might be like, oh no, I feel like a safe attachment with this person, I'm gonna freak out and try to sabotage it. And they're not even gonna let you, because they're just gonna be like, okay, yeah, just do your thing, deal with your emotions, and then I'll wait for you to come back. And the Two of Cups is, of course, a kind of like soulmate type of relationship. Now, you don't have to believe in soulmates, or you can have your own definition of soulmates as well. But this is just like a relationship that is, you're connected emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, mentally, sexually, physically, all those types of things, right? You have this deep connection with each other as a human being, and it is a very loving, equalitarian partnership. Okay, so if you ever had some kind of like power struggles or unequal relationships in the past, some of you, especially if like you're straight, like you may have been in like you're a straight woman, you may have been in relationships where the men in the past were like sexist, or they were like really into gender roles and trying to like put that onto you, or they thought that they were more important, or what they had to say was more important, or that they were smarter than you. like deep down, right? It was like in their subconscious, but you could tell if there's anything like that that happened to you, like that's not gonna happen, okay? I think that they're feminist regardless of their gender. And yeah, yeah, so that seems to be a theme here. That at first you're going to judge them a little bit or not think that they're your type, because you're going to assume a bunch of things about them, from like their appearance and just their first impression. But then when you get to actually know them, you're gonna be like, oh, they're actually really great, and I actually could see myself with them. With the Knight of Pentacles looking this way towards the King, so that you might be in more of a knight position when you meet them, which, did we have that card before? No. But that was kind of, yeah, that was kind of the energy either way. Which is that like you're kind of starting, the Knight comes before the King, right? So you're starting out in this industry, you're making money, but slowly but surely, you know, if you're launching a business, it's like not quite there yet, but it's gonna get there, and they're like in a king position because they've been going at it for a long time and they've reached that level. But there, again, we have equal partnership with the Two of Cups, so that they would never treat you unequally because of that, but you may be a bit intimidated by them at first. But at the same time, like, they could have a lot of really, really great advice for you, like business advice, and if you're in a relationship, they could, like, help you with what you're doing, and that could also be really beneficial for your career and your finances, which is great news. Okay, what else? Well, with the Nine of Cups, this is just like a card of happiness. I mean, it's a beautiful card, as you can see. And it just speaks of complete, total emotional fulfillment, which I think is what you're both going to feel when you're together. It also speaks of like having it all. So like, some people, in either through experience or just through their beliefs, think that they can't have it all at the same time. Like if they have like a booming business or a great career, then their like love life or their family life has to like suffer from it, or vice versa, right? They don't think that they can have everything going like, well, going right is not the right word because there's always going to be issues, but like you can feel fulfilled and happy with where you're at in multiple spheres of your life at the same time. And that's what's coming for you if you take that leap, okay? The Six of Cups, I'm also sensing, oh my god, look. Can we, okay, Ace of Cups, new relationship, yes, offer. They might actually flirt with you first because you wouldn't necessarily approach them, okay? Or they might, I just saw that. They might like first approach you like out of like curiosity, and they're maybe not going to like outright be like romantic about it because they barely know you, and especially if you meet like each other in more like a work context, they don't want to be like, you know, just be weird if you're not interested, but they might like just approach you and give you their business card at first. That would be so funny. But if that happens, it's not just out of like wanting to work together or like wanting you to check out their website. It's like they want you to like hit them up and be like, hey, what are you doing Friday night? But Six of Cups speaks of familiarity as well. So you might feel, even when it's like your first date, you're gonna be like, oh, I feel like I've known this person forever. Or you realize that like it's super easy to have a conversation with them and it's like really surprising to you. But that's just another sign that you may be soulmates. Maybe you knew each other in a past life as well. Yeah, and the thing about past lives is that like, you know, our soul families means, what it means and what it represents is the people who like are part of like our soul tribe, meaning that they like are our people, they have similar values to us, we like connect naturally to them, and there's a strong love for each other, and we often have known each other for multiple past lives, for multiple lives. But the thing is, you can, for example, in one lifetime incarnate as like brother and sister, and then another like lifetime incarnate as like best friends, and then another as like lovers. So this person, you may have known each other in a lifetime, but another lifetime, but maybe like in a different kind of relationship, but it was just like a loving, close relationship still, okay? I want to know, I'm going to ask with this deck, I want to know why these 3 cards are in reverse, because I'm not getting like a strong message from either of them, and I don't want to like ignore them, and I think that will be it after that. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay. There's a part of this that's about you just surrendering your perception of what success means, and understanding that like when you follow your intuition, when you follow your gut, and when you follow your heart, you're always winning. Even if like on the outside you're not making like the best money, or you're not having like the best job or the biggest house, those are not like the only like level like measures of success, if at all, right? They don't have to be at all either. So there's something about this, and I feel like I have to read from the booklet. Hold on. Okay. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. See, we've been talking about authenticity. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. Okay, beautiful. And we have surrender on this card as well, so that is like a theme for you here. So it's also like a reminder that like you don't have to do it all by yourself, and you don't have to like have it all figured out by yourself. If you're right now, you're like, I want to do this thing, I want to go in that direction, but I'm not sure how to solve every problem that might come up as I go through that path. I don't know, like I don't have everything figured out about how I'm going to work this thing out and this thing out, or how I'm going to find out how to do this and this. And it's like, you don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't even have to know how to figure out everything either, because the universe is also helping you making this happen. And the more you surrender and the more that you choose out of genuine authenticity, the way that you go, the more the universe can help you, because they want you to live a fulfilling and authentic life for you. Okay, Pisces, so I love you all so much. I'm so glad that I was able to deliver this message for you. I hope that it resonated and that it helped. If it did, and you like the video, you can let me know by liking the video. You can leave me a comment. You can subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more, and if you do so, there's just like a higher likelihood that my future messages will be for you as well. I also have like a bunch of videos that I've already done, so you could check through those as well. But either way, it was my pleasure. Thank you for being here. You can tip me if you'd like. You can also book a private session with me. I do tarot readings like this. I do channel readings. I do astrology because I'm also an astrologer. And right now, as I'm recording, it is Libra season, and I have a special promo code for Libras. So just check the description of the video for that. I'm going to explain all that and have the links. And I also do life coaching. Okay, my loves, so that's gonna be it for me tonight. Wish you the best, send you love, and see you next time. Bye bye.